Hello and welcome back once again to Unfounded Hatred. I am your host, as always, Brandon Williams, and this week I'm doing another top 5. I don't really feel like reviewing any trailers, though there's plenty of shit out there that I could be talking about. But today's top 5 is going to be a little bit different. Last week I talked about top 5 shows that I think need to have a comeback. This week is top 5 shows that I think need to go away. Like, forever. And ever, like in that Indiana Jones, like, room full of crates kind of forever. That's where those shows need to go to die. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this new list started. So coming at number 5 is actually The Simpsons. And I know that might sound really shocking. The Simpsons has been an amazing show. It's been around as long as I've been alive. But it's one of those shows that it's not there anymore. It seems like they're phoning it in nowadays. Like, the jokes aren't quite as punchy. I mean, if you ask me, in my opinion, The Simpsons, like, middle season, where Conan O'Brien was writing a lot of the episodes and a lot of the jokes for it, was the most brilliant, and it's kind of just started to go slowly downhill, or a little bit before the movie came out. So it's one of those shows that I think we need to put out to pasture. I don't really want to see this show die and go the way of, like, Heroes or the season finale of Lost. I think it just needs to get put to bed, people. I think it needs to go away. Coming in at number 4 comes the Desperate Housewives series, and I mean all of them, like of Orange County, of New York, of Miami, of the Ukraine, of Guam. All of them need to kind of go. The reason I don't like these shows is because, well, they're ridiculous. I don't really like reality shows to begin with, so I'm a little biased on that, but pretty much all of these shows are very formulaic, and I know they're kind of supposed to be. It's like a bunch of women, and they're rich, and they don't really do a lot, and they talk a lot of shit, and there's drama, and like, I'm tired of it. I'm honestly tired of it, and there's so many iterations of the show, but I don't really think they need even the first one. They really didn't even have to start, so that needs to go. We need to get rid of that. Coming up at number 3 is Honey Boo Boo. I honestly don't even know why this is a thing. I've literally seen one episode of the show, and I think I'm a little dumber for having watched it, and maybe I have brain cancer. Like, this is just, it's poison for the eyes and for the mind, and I don't know how the show was even launched. Like, I get it, she's like this weird little southern girl, and she did pageants and stuff, and boy, she's sassy, and her parents and her family, they're all just a bunch of hicks, and they make me cry every night. Anybody who's seen the show kind of knows what I'm talking about. You don't get anything from it. What benefit do you have from watching Honey Boo Boo? Honestly, is your life any better? Let me answer that for you. The answer is no. Coming at number 2 on my list of shows that need to go is Duck Dynasty. And I'm gonna get like a bunch of hate for this. They're like, Duck Dynasty is amazing and those guys are so fun. No, they're not. No, they're not. Nobody anywhere ever has liked Duck Dynasty. I don't know why it's so popular, and it's literally everywhere. They're like the Kiss of TV. They've got video games, they've got t-shirts, they've got talking dolls, they've got just every kind of conceivable merchandise you could come up with for a show that's about rednecks that made like a duck call and some duck stuff. And I've seen the show a few times. I gave it a shot. I said, hey, maybe it's not that bad. And it really is. It's a bunch of old hicks with beards and guns chewing tobacco and drinking tequila and whiskey and whatever the fuck Duck Dynasty people drink, and it's all very staged situations. It's all very just inorganic conversations, and everything about it is awful. It's just awful. It needs to go away before it becomes the new Google and starts taking over our brains and turn us into pod people. Last but not least, taking the number 1 spot on my list is 16 and Pregnant, or Teen Mom, or pretty much any show that is painting young teenage parents in a great positive life and making them look out like they're the heroes. The reason this is kind of a big thing for me is it's really glorifying something that I kind of find a little disgusting in a way. Now, not that there's anything wrong with kids or people having kids, but if you still have like a Trapper Keeper and listen to Miley Cyrus or wherever the fuck kids are into these days, you probably shouldn't be making more kids. And the fact that these television shows take these people and make them to look like the heroes and like glamorous and have other little kids be like, I want to be like Susie What's-a-Tits and I'm going to have a baby too. It's terrible. It's destroying society as a whole. This is why we're so stupid. This is why I can't be on the internet anymore, sans YouTube. Hashtag like and subscribe, folks. but it's making things disgusting, and I don't like it, and I feel that it's just taking the youth and like taking their brains and put it through like a Play-Doh thing, and little spaghetti brain comes out, and it's not helping anybody, and I really wish this show would go away. That's me and my rant for the day. I mean, I could go on and on. I could come up with another top 5, a top 10, a top 20 list of shows that I would like to just disappear into the ether. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree with this list? Are you like, these shows just need to go away and disappear forever, and our lives as a society and as a human race will be better without them? Go ahead and leave a comment. If there's a show that you think I should have put on this list, you want to rant about it, by all means, let's rant together. Let's be angry about this, and our lives will be all the better for it. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook and on Twitter at Brand the Funny Man at both Twitter and Facebook. Got some new links in the description below for some new YouTubers and some old stuff I've already shown you guys. All my friends and YouTube brethren have awesome content that I think you should check out. But be sure to tune back in next Tuesday. I'll be here again. We'll see what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. I'm gonna throw a curveball your way. See you next week. I'm just gonna see you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.